Dylan Larkin has taken a big step forward in his fourth season. Andreas Athanasiou is consistently engaged. Anthony Mantha shows flashes of developing into a top power forward. Bertuzzi is a tenacious, gritty player who can score. Cholowski has displayed offensive ability. Filip Hronek has improved during the season. And the Detroit Red Wings have plummeted in the standings. They were only 2 points out of the NHL's basement heading into the All-Star break, which leads into their bye week. If they slip further, they could have the best odds to win the NHL draft lottery, 18.5% for the right to choose Jack Hughes. This could be the best of both worlds for this rebuilding franchise. Sure, players want to win. They're trying to excel. They have pride in their playing for their next contract, either this summer or in the near future. Certainly, Coach Jeff Blashill and his staff are trying to win. Their future might depend on it. But if you're weighing a top 3 pick versus a first-round playoff exit, there is no comparison. Not anymore. Their 25-season playoff streak, which they tried desperately to extend for several years, ended in 2017. Little would be gained from being bounced in 4 or 5 games by Tampa Bay or whoever. It's a moot point. The Red Wings showed resilience by bouncing back from a horrid start 1-7-2 to win 9 of their next 11 and give the impression they might challenge for a postseason spot. But they've gone 5-1-2-3 in their past 20 games. They're 13 points out of the final playoff spot and will be sellers at the February 25th trade deadline. This rebuilding team needs to acquire more talent, especially a potential superstar like Hughes, or one of the other top talents in the draft, like Kaapo Kakko or Vasily Podkolzin. In that regard, competing hard most nights, having a chance to win most games but losing with regularity is the best that could happen. The Red Wings have done a good job collecting talent up front. In addition to Larkin, Athanasiou, Mantha and Bertuzzi, they have 2017 first-pick Michael Rasmussen, 9th overall, who's had a rocky rookie NHL season and might be in Grand Rapids to start 2019-20 but whose size and hands are an enticing combination. Yevgeny Svechnikov, their 2015 top selection, number 19, is expected to return from a torn ACL in March, to play in Grand Rapids, and still has much promise. Filip Hronek, the No. 6 pick in 2018, has had a tough transition to the pros with the Griffins but should be better prepared to compete for an NHL job next season. Joe Veleno, the 30th selection last year, is tearing up the Quebec League in his final junior season and will compete for an NHL job in training camp. They are not as deep in defense prospects. Gustav Lindstrom, playing in Sweden, might top the list. Their top non-pro blue line prospect is Jared McIsaac, the 36th pick in 2018, who is having a strong season for Halifax in the Quebec League. They also have Libor Sulek, Joe Hicketts and Vili Saari-Järvi in Grand Rapids. Goaltending is the biggest concern. Their top prospects, Philip Larson, University of Denver, Keith Petruzzelli, Quinnipiac University, and Caden Fulcher, ECHL Toledo, are a few years away from challenging for an NHL job. It is difficult to predict when a goalie will be NHL ready or even if he has what it takes to make it at this level, let alone flourish. The Red Wings will miss the playoffs for the 3rd year in a row. It's the price they had to pay for 2 decades of excellence. They might finish with their worst record since their 40-point season in 1985-86 and land their highest pick since taking Joe Murphy first overall in 1986. In many ways, this season is unfolding like it should. Even if the Red Wings don't secure the top pick, they'll be drafting high, barring a late-season surge. This season, it is acceptable to lose. That won't be the case in 2019-20. Their younger talent should be more polished and they'll add pieces. That is when the Red Wings' record will need to reflect significant progress.